Hey, what's up to all fixed blade knife enthusiasts out there? What's up to all backpackers? What's up to all outdoorsmen? That is who I think is going to be watching this video. Man, do I have a heck of a blade to show off to you guys. This is the Tops Longhorn Bowie knife. The reason why I got this is simply because I saw it being discontinued and or it's already discontinued. When I go to Tops' website, it says it's on back order. Every time I go to another website, it says it's been discontinued. So I was like, okay, I'll get it. This is one heck of a blade, man. This is when it comes to heavy knives, this is definitely one of the heaviest knives that I have in my collection. Let's go over some basic specs. The overall length is 13 inches. The blade length is 6.75 inches. The blade thickness is a quarter of an inch thick, and the steel is 1095. The weight is 18.1 ounces, which, again, talking about the weight is one of the more important things I want to talk about this knife. We'll just go over the basic feel, and then I want to talk about another option of what you guys might want to look at. So the advertises as being a survival slash tactical knife. However, every time I pick it up, I just go, okay, I'm going to use this in the wilderness. Call it a survival knife all you want, but for fighting, I just don't see it happening. When it comes to fighting knives, I think you'll be better suited with the standard K-bar or something lighter on this nature when it comes to the whole soldier type of tactical knives. Anyway, go over the handle and then I'll go this way. Without doubt, one of the most important things I want to talk about, not only just the weight, is the balance of the weight. Usually with a bigger knife, I want like 60% of the weight to be towards the blade and then 40% in the handle. That way I get some good chopping action. This, however, is not quite as good of a chopper as what I thought it would be, because when I pick it up, I instantly feel how the blade length, or I'm sorry, the blade weight is 50-50. I'm not going to do a balancing act for you, but you have to just kind of take my word for it. There's a lot of weight in the handle, and you'll feel that when you pick it up. So if you want to do some good chopping, you have to choke way back onto the knife to get that weight towards the edge. With that said, the handle is absolutely fantastic. I have smaller hands, and so anyone with bigger hands is still going to find plenty of real estate to grip this knife. You got a nice finger choke for choking up doing detail work. You got your standard grip, and then, like I said, you can choke up behind it and get some good chopping action. It came with this little paracord thingy right here. And the thing is, I'm going to take this off as soon as this video is done. You can tell how they loop it through. So it's not like a direct lanyard hole. It's just some kind of loop that somehow they put the paracord through. Like I said, as soon as this video is done, I'm going to take it off. But you can tell if you want to take it off and put it back on, you might have to kind of fish around for it. Whatever. Talking about Rocky Mountain tread now, this is what they call it, the canvas micarta. So I have a couple of other knives with canvas micarta that is smooth, and it's totally fine. I was hesitant about this in the beginning. The thing is, when I got my Tops War Bowie, the thing is that fear was totally put to rest. If you are on the fence of, oh gee, I'm not sure if I want a slick slab of micarta or if I want this rocky tread, I really would suggest getting the rocky tread, because it just you don't get those hot spots. I have yet to get any blisters from it whatsoever. So I think that was a really good idea that Tops did when they were experimenting with grip. I would, definitely take the tread over the smoothness any day. The only thing that's sad about canvas micarta is it gets dirty. Heck, I've only had this knife for a few months, and already the handles are already starting to get dirty, and that's because of all the oils on my hand and the dirt that it comes into contact with. What else was it going? Oh yeah. So then we got some jimping here. Frankly, I'm not the craziest jimping fan, but the thing is, the jimping of what they give on here is good enough. It's not cutting on my finger, yet at the same time, it does a good job of keeping it in place. The back of the spine, however, I think is really interesting. So there's a couple reasons why I like this. First of all, ignore my ugly thumb. I smashed it at work months ago. The rounding off of the spine is really nice, because one, it just kind of gives it a nice aesthetic look to it. If it had a sharp 45-degree angle spine, I don't think it would have just looked as well. The other thing is, when it comes to cutting, you can imagine you choke up and you have a piece of wood on your hand, and as you choke up and you're pushing your thumb on that thing, I don't get any hot spots. I have gotten other hot spots with other knives when I'm doing fine detailed cutting work, and yet having that round off spine part really kind of it just saves me just that little extra irritation that I might get when it comes to detailed wood cutting. But I like that. The point is absolutely just fine by me. It really kind of swedges up, hence why it's kind of a Bowie, that clip point type of design. The tip is razor sharp, absolutely just a wicked edge. Well, tip that is too. And I just wish it was just a tad bit beefier right here, but that's totally fine. I'm not going to be prying open ammo boxes with this thing anytime soon. The edge is, once again, an absolute just razor. The Tops did a fantastic job putting a really nice edge on this knife. Going to the steel to 1095, so I'm not sure if the camera is able to pick it up. However, I'm not sure if you can see it, but what Tops does is they take some kind of they heat up the edge really hot, and I don't know how they cool it, but what this does is it makes the edge a lot harder than the standard part of the steel, and as a result, it just adds a lot more of the edge retention, and really it's kind of like the best way to get the most out of your 1095 steel. So Tops does a good job with that. And let's see, what else was I going to go with? I guess that's it about the knife itself. The sheath, unfortunately, though, Tops does have a poor reputation when it comes to their sheaths. They are making a good amount of effort in trying to make better sheaths for you guys, like Kydex and other types of materials. However, the older knives in their lineup will come with this. This is just a simple nylon type of setup. Has a plastic insert in here that has no retention whatsoever. If you hold it upside down, the knife will fall out. It's got these Velcro things that wear out a lot faster than what you want. It's got a pouch in the front, so you can store whatever that I never ever use, and it comes with a little survival whistle. In the end, it is what it is. Yeah, it is also MOLLE compatible on the back, but the thing is, my gosh, wait until you just use it all the time, and unfortunately, it's just going to fall apart. So the thing is, I take the next step up, and this is where I get a custom sheath for it. Now, I got this from a guy whose company is called Red Hills Sheaths. He's located up in Idaho. He's a one-man operation, so if you ever contact him, please give him a little bit of patience. The thing is, when walking with bigger blades, I've noticed that I don't like to have it directly on my, how do you say it? Pretty much, the SRK is totally fine, in my opinion, because of the weight. I can totally have this on my belt, and it's not going to go anywhere when it comes to this retention strap. However, when it comes to a D-dangler, this allows me to, if you can imagine, my belt is running this way. When I attach it to my leg, it swings freely, and as a result, it doesn't get in the way like that. I think for heavier knives, look into getting D-danglers. I'm so sold on them. I think they're a fantastic idea. Really good idea. Obviously, a real nice custom-made Kydex with it, and then I just made this paracord thing right here. Pretty much I tie this around my thigh, I secure it, and it's totally fine. Not going to go anywhere. So I just wanted to show you that just because you don't like the regular sheath that it comes with, it does not mean that there are other options out there. I did pay quite a lot for this though, so the thing is that was my choice. But the thing is, if you're gonna pay as much for a Tops knife, you might as well just go the extra step, and you might as well just get a sheath that you're really gonna like with it. When it comes to fixed blades, the sheath is very important. So that's pretty much all I have to say about that. Now, let's talk about the other option of what I meant by that. This is the second part of the video. So 18.1 ounces, guys. Again, you could be Mr. Tough Army Ranger, Marine Infantry guy, but the thing is, weight is still weight, and especially when it's concentrated into one section. So again, I'm still going to find reasons to take this into the outdoors. However, when I take this, I know I'm going to be very conscious of it, just simply because it's heavy. Instead of 18 ounces, hear me out, you got a SE4 right here, you got a Banku saw right there, Banku, forgot how to say it, and a little pocket knife, Spyderco Dragonfly. All three of these items weigh less than this. I think this total weight is like 16, 17 ounces, and this is 18 ounces. And the thing is, what's funny is I can do more in the wilderness with just these two setups than with this one. When I was in Yosemite, this folding saw came in such handy. And here's where I want to talk to all you backpackers out there. So you've been hiking all day. You hiked up 6 point something miles of high altitude carrying a 40-pound pack, 45-pound pack. You're tired, you're burned out. And so then you whip this thing out and you start chopping wood all day. And the amount of calories that you're going to burn is just going to go through the roof. There's been times when I've done a lot of woodworking, and yeah, I was really tired at the end of it. Meanwhile, similar kind of trip, I pull out the folding saw and it just cuts through wood like butter. Then I take my SE4 and I just split the wood that way, you know, batoning, that kind of stuff, and I have no problem with that whatsoever. So this, in my opinion, is a better setup than carrying a big heavy duty blade. But like I said, to all you guys who rock big blades out in the wilderness, man, you freaking rock on. It's really cool when I see someone who can pull off using a big blade like this. But again, I just wanted to kind of show that big knives aren't really everything. There's another YouTuber. His name is the Nothing Fancy Project. Highly recommend you check him out. He has a really good video called "Why Big Knives Don't Suck," and he explains why big knives don't suck. But yeah, I hope I made my kind of argument on those two things. Other than that, I absolutely love this knife. Can't wait to really get this in the outdoors and do something real crazy besides backyard tests. Trying to think of anything else. Naturally, of course, after I end the video, something else will pop in my head. If there's something that I didn't quite cover as well, I will put it in the description below. And to anyone that actually watched this, thanks for watching.